Hey everybody, and thanks for joining me on Outside with Jeff to what I'm calling my micro orchard. So what I'm doing is I'm converting a couple of my 24 by 4 foot raised bed veg gardens, and I'm going to be doing a cross between fruit and veg growing. So I'm doing a 6-foot spacing on some semi-dwarf fruit trees. Where do I get my bare root fruit trees the first week of February, you might ask? Well, a little place called TN Nursery. I've teamed up with TN Nursery to help offer you and let you know about some great products they offer. So I just purchased these trees and I got them for the same price that you, the consumer, will be paying. Buy one, get one free special going on right now. Just got done filming a video where I planted 2 pear trees and 2 peach trees, and now we're up to the apple trees. What I'm liking from them is you can tell easily where this was at in the nursery. You can see the soil level right about there, graft point right above it. You want to always make sure that your soil level is below the graft point so that you don't try to get any suckering. So we're going to be planting this tree about right there. That's going to be about 2 inches below the graft point. We've already got our spot selected, 6-foot spacing from the previous tree. Just eyeball that root size. You want to make sure to not stress the roots out at all when putting them in the hole. So we're going to lay this tree to the side and we're going to start digging this hole, being mindful of how much space that tree is going to need. Now, this raised bed has grown veg for me for the last 3 seasons. It's done extremely well as far as veggie production goes. I used to have it covered with mulching, wood chip mulch. That's really broke down nicely over the last few garden seasons. And you can see you've got some nice dark soil. So there I'm getting into some of the native soil from when I put the bed in. It's a little heavier soil down there. But being a raised bed, you get a lot of good drainage, which is very nice because a lot of your fruit trees don't want to be in standing water, and having that lighter soil in there and being in a raised bed really helps with that drainage and the overall health of your tree. Now that I got the hole dug, I'm going to go ahead and put my tape out here, rootstock to rootstock, and make sure I'm maintaining that 6-foot spacing that I was wanting. And here I am. There's the 6-foot spacing. They're across the bed, inside to inside. It's actually 52.5 inches. It'll be right at 26 inches. Here's my graft point. Here's my soil level. It's gonna be about 2 inches above it. Let's take some of that heavier soil and put it under the rootstock. Looks like I overdug this hole by about 6 inches. So we'll get that in there. Then we'll come in here with some of this lighter soil. Some of the top soil, per se, that is closer to the top. I'm just gonna bring that in here and make sure we get it really in there around the roots. And what we'll be doing is, after we get this hole backfilled very nicely, we'll actually be coming through and watering it in. You wanna do that because you wanna make sure that you don't have any air pockets in this hole to where the roots could try to dry out on you. That can actually be pretty detrimental to the health of a bare root stock tree. If the roots dry out, then the tree could die off, and you don't want that. So there's the graft point, about 2 inches above. Just want to make sure that you got that taken care of. Got a little extra dirt here, just scatter that around. There we go. Bring some of that mulch back in. Got some leaf mulch from this year's winter covering, and there we go. 1 Fuji apple planted. The only thing that'll be left is to come back through and water it in. Probably use 5-gallon bucket. I'll probably use about half of that on each of these trees, just to make sure they get watered in, kind of settle that soil out. If you've got rain in the forecast in the next 24 hours from planting, as long as your soil's not super dry, you could probably hold off on the watering it in. But in my case, the soil is wet. It's got some good moisture to it. You can ball it up. But I'm doing it more to get that soil settled in around the roots. I'm not really doing it for them needing water purposes. I want to make sure I'm eliminating any potential air gaps around those roots. So that's where I'm coming from. Well, I hope this little tree planting guide was helpful to you. If you're in the market for any fruit trees or nut trees, deciduous trees, or even evergreen trees, be sure to check out TN Nursery. I'll provide a link to their website in the video description, and in the comments, if you do make an order with them, let them know that you heard about them from Outside with Jeff. Really appreciate that. So, well, be sure to like, subscribe to my channel, and share this video if you know anyone that could find any interest in how to plant a bare root fruit tree. So that's all I've got for you today. From my garden or micro orchard to yours, have a nice day.